everybody, it's Emma Lightning. Obviously this is not a review. The reason for that is my next review is going to be, I'm kind of waiting for it because it's going to be my 100 subscriber special. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm kind of holding off on recording that. But tonight I felt like making a video about this because I don't know. I guess it'll just kind of help me a little bit. I've already kind of come to terms with it, but I want to share it with other people. I've shared it with a few other people, but not many. And I don't know, because I'm already very open with my sexual orientation online. As I mentioned many times before, I am bisexual. And I've never really hid that because it's a fairly common and normal thing. But what I have realized recently, and by recently I mean within the past, I guess it started about 7 months ago, is when I really started questioning it. What I'm talking about is my gender identity. This is a very, very touchy subject for some people, but personally, I believe gender is it's a spectrum, and it's not a linear spectrum. It's more like a, I don't know. It's hard to describe because you have your two binary points of male and female, but there's so much in between, and sometimes it drifts a little bit away from those two identities. So I'm not going to go into all the sort of different nuances of different gender identities or the more well-known ones, because that would take a very long time. But what I identify as is what is called a demigirl. And basically that means someone who identifies partially as a girl and partially as something else. For me, I would say I'm probably like 60% female and 40% agender. And I guess on different days it might be a little higher or a little lower. And I don't know, the most common question, I guess, will be like, how do you know you're not just a girl with gender non-conforming ideas? And the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know how I know. It's just a feeling I have. There are a lot of times where I'm not comfortable looking super feminine, which is why I feel so much better when my hair is really short. It's kind of a mess right now, but when my hair is really short. And I guess the big question in like a lot of sort of the umbrella of non-binary identities is has to do with like body dysphoria. And the truth about that is I don't have much, so I don't know. I feel like that would be a controversial point for some people. They'll tell me that I'm just delusional or that like these niche kind of gender identities don't exist. And to that, I guess I just say, you're entitled to your opinion, I suppose. I'd be happy to discuss it more in a respectful way. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much all I wanted to say. Just, I guess this is a sort of a coming out of sorts. And I'm still sort of trying to come to terms with what it means myself. I do still go by she, her pronouns, but I also don't mind they, them pronouns. Either one works. I don't really have a preference either way. It's cool. And I guess that's also kind of why I've been more so going by Emmy within the past year. Not because that's a particularly like gender ambiguous name, but just I feel like it is a little more so than Emily, because that's a very obviously feminine name, and yeah, people are gonna call me Emily, and that's fine. But that's why I go by Emmy or M. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, this is not a planned video. This is just, I don't know, something I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I will see you guys for my 100 subscriber special. Later.